It's a special holiday edition of Shark Tank. And even with the Grinch in the tank, it's jollier than ever.
This stuff is hideous. I hate this idea.
I can't believe I actually agree with Kevin.
You're dead to me.
Damon, you're dead to me too.
If you described hell on earth, that would be it.
In the tank, hopeful entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pitch the sharks in hopes of getting an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
Our sales were $862,000.
Whoa! The entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
He will never get share in this market.
Ever, 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 ever.
If the sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money.
And now I'm going to take it all off for you.
And they're willing to fight each other for a piece of the action.
Don't ever listen to Kevin on that stuff. He's the worst. So I'm actually shocked. Scrooge has made you guys an offer.
I almost feel bad about it, but not really.
Who are the sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Damon John is a fashion and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU, with over $6 billion in retail sales to date. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur, tech guru, and the outspoken owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank is an entrepreneur from Lubbock, Texas, with a solution to one of the holiday's biggest headaches.
Hi, my name is Sean Ginnebacher, and my company is Lightnetics. I'm seeking $125,000 in exchange for 20% of my business. Now, everyone loves the festive atmosphere of the holidays. All the food, all the family. Okay, maybe not all the family, but the decorations, and of course, my favorite, the lighting. Now, there is just one problem. Nothing can ruin the holiday spirit quicker than tangle mess of holiday light strands. The clips, the tabs, the glues, the screws, all the tools needed to keep these attached. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be so complicated anymore. Introducing Lightnetics. Magnetic light strands. These are the first and only light strands featuring a magnet embedded at the base of each and every socket. This allows for the quickest and easiest attachment of any strands available. So a decorating job that once took hours to complete can now be done in just minutes. Let me show you. Voila, just like that. So now you can spend less time on the roofs and off those ladders and more time sipping nog around the old U-Log. So how many of you sharks are going to team up with me so we can light up this world?
Does it work on aluminum?
It does not work on aluminum.
How many homes have a metal that this would stick to?
A lot of them do. Actually, it just depends on the portion of the world you're at.
How many people know if they have metal in the eaves or not?
Well, I think you can see that,
Well,
can't you?
it's real simple.
Well, metal or aluminum, I mean...
You know, commercial side, this is not just for residential, but the commercial side, a lot of these are metal. And the residential side, you're seeing a lot of metal also, just depending on your gutter.
But let's put that aside for a second.
Okay.
Tell me about the ones you've sold. How have you sold those?
Well, I've focused the last couple of years on targeting the professional installers. They're out there working with your commercial builders, commercial installers that do this on the side during that holiday season.
For residential?
For both.
Oh, interesting. So which retailers have picked you up?
I'm working currently with some buyers for Home Depot.
Okay.
They like the product. They've taken this product now, and they're taking it to their factories so they can get some pricing and cost down. For the retail market, that's the market that I'm trying to jump into.
What are the total
how
sales?
much total sales, yes, in the last year?
Last year we did 118,000 in sales. We netted 38,000.
How long have you been in business?
We've been in business the last 4 seasons, 4 years.
So what were your years prior to that?
A little over 400,000 for the last 4 years.
So you're on
a little
average,
bit,
it's
but
the
about
same.
the same.
It's about the same. You're not scaling at this
What
point.
I'm having problems with is some factory, trying to get my costs down a little bit. When I first started this product and got this patent, I pursued it. And
It's cleared? The patent's cleared?
Yes.
Wow.
You know
You
what
have
the biggest
something in there,
problem is,
Greg.
I think, is that magnets are actually expensive.
Yes.
I've tried myself because I've made products with magnets, and the problem is you just can't get the price down after a certain point because it is what it is.
Right.
Sean, I want a 50-foot strand of traditional lights is how much at Home Depot?
Maybe $20, $25.
And how much would yours be?
Probably $70.
Oh.
That's what it is currently. Like I said, if we can work and get that
Yeah, but
product
Sean, there's
down-
two problems.
Mhm.
If you were talking about a 20% difference, if you were 25 and there were 20, you can get that price down.
But
are we even in the business of equaling their price? Or is
absolutely.
that an
I think
impossible
what
road to go down?
What you're forgetting is if you're doing it on some of these structures, you got to buy the additional accessories, the clips and the tabs, and that's just more pain.
But they're plastic, so they're very cheap.
What is wrong with approaching one of the
$50
major
difference.
players and saying, I own this patent, and I have a cost disadvantage of my small scale. I would like to show you this solution because it's patented. You don't have the risk of them ripping you off.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you do that?
That opportunity hasn't arisen yet where I had someone come in and offer a license agreement.
But have you called them?
No, I have not.
Oh, this is one of these deals where I almost feel bad about it, but not really. I mean, you want an offer? Here's what it is. I know how to call the two players that globally own this market, okay? I'll negotiate the deal with them. You have the right to override me if you don't like the terms, but I won't pay you the $125,000 until we sign it, because I'm going to get a massive advance on it. But we're 50-50 partners.
Any other offers?
Let me clear the deck, Sean. I think you have a massive problem. At a $50 price difference, I don't know if there is a residential market for this. So I'm not sure that's the right path. And I got to tell you, after 4 years, you might be learning the same thing. I'm out.
Anyone else?
Look, the one issue to every professional installer that's important to them and is their biggest cost is their time. To be able to say, your time is worth $50 or $100 an hour, I can save you 2 hours per install, this is the product for you. Then you don't have to fight the behemoths. But I would focus on the professional installers. I don't know how to reach that market, and for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
Good advice, but no check.
You have three problems as I see it. Number one is the cost is too high. And I don't think you'll be able to manufacture it ever apples to apples to the lights that are out there. Number two, I don't know how many places it'll work because you have to have metal that works with a magnet, and a lot of homes have aluminum. And number three is you also have something here. This is a large bulb. It's more, I think they call it the old-fashioned light bulb.
Yeah, it's a xenon socket. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and a lot of people today are buying icicle lights for the home and smaller bulbs for the home. I don't think it's going to work in the retail market. I'm out.
Thank you.
Damon?
I believe that the only opportunity is to license this. I'll go head-to-head with him, and I'll offer you the exact same deal, but instead of 50%, I'll only take 40%.
Interesting.
Why do I have to provide all the creativity to these deals? Doesn't anybody have the ability to think on their own here? This is ridiculous.
You
It's a
should be
challenge,
flattered.
I do this for a living. I'll give you an example. It's the Voyager guitar guy who didn't pick up the phone and call Fender or Gibson. He had a fantastic technology. I picked up the phone. Now he's in Fender guitar. And so I'm worth the extra 10%.
Well, he has one of those examples. I have four.
I do the work. That's the difference.
I do the work as well.
You get Mr. Wonderful. I'm worth 10% more. That's the way I look at it. The deal's going to take me 9 months to do. I want you to know that.
That's right. It's going to take me 2, so we need to do
It
the
won't
deal.
happen that fast. They will want to test it. They will want to check their costs, and you'll be negotiating the whole way through.
But Sean, you got to make a decision because Christmas is going to come and go.
Yes.
We need a decision.
We need a decision.
Well, I appreciate both of them. Would you be willing to go to 30%, Damon?
Ooh, he didn't ask you.
No. I'm hard on the 40.
Sean, I have no flexibility, in case you're thinking, but I'll negotiate a better deal than he'll get.
I'm going to have to decline.
Both offers?
Yes.
Wow. You see a different path?
Yes, I'll continue on with the way I've been working. I got some opportunities with some other big wholesalers and distributors.
Good luck.
All right.
Thank
luck.
you.
Sean, you're dead to me.
Best thing happened to you all day, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, you're dead to me, too.
Second best thing.
Good luck.
So, Mr. Grinch, and the little happy elf couldn't get a deal today.
We did our worst, and that's all that counts.
He will never get share in this market.
Ever, 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 ever.
I needed a strategic partner. I just think the equity and what they wanted, and it was just too much for me, and I just wasn't prepared and ready to give it up.
My name is Maury Shawaki. I live in San Diego, California with my wife and 3 kids. The holiday season in our house is fantastic. It's full of love, presents, tons of good food, and laughter.
Happy Christmas! Happy Hanukkah!
Looks great, but maybe a little...
No. On your life.
My wife celebrates Christmas, and I celebrate Hanukkah. My product is a solution for the thousands and thousands of interfaith families that live in the United States, and it bridges the gap between ho, ho, ho and dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Come on, guys, get our orders out. I've been selling my product now for 3 years. I've already put a second mortgage out on our house to make this dream come true. We can't keep putting money into this business ourselves. Without an investment from the sharks, I fear that we just won't make it. This product is important to me because it brought us together as a family, and to be able to provide that same gift to the millions of interfaith families that are out there would just be a wonderful achievement in life for me.
Hello, gefilte sharks, and how are you? My name is Maury Shawaki, and I'm from San Diego, California. My company is One Life Products, and I'm here seeking $50,000 in exchange for 15% of my company. Sharks, Christmaka is the most wonderful time of the year. A time when interfaith families can play spin the dreidel while kissing under the mistletoe. Wouldn't it be wonderful if interfaith families could find a way to truly capture the spirit of Christmaka? Well, mazel tov, because now they can with the Hanukkah tree topper. It's the perfect pairing between all these holiday traditions, and hey, doesn't it look great on top of a Christmas tree? No more debate between candy canes or chocolate gelt. Or Santa versus Hanukkah Harry. You get the best of both worlds with the Hanukkah tree topper. Together, I know we can take the Hanukkah tree topper to the next level and make lots of shekels doing it. So what do you say? This holiday, let's reach for the star and sell like Meshuggahs.
So I want to make sure we understand this right. Is the product simply the star to put on top of the tree?
Yes, it is.
Can we see them, Maury?
Absolutely. Who would like to see them?
Here.
We'd all like to see them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, down goes Maury.
Down I go, down I go.
So,
And there is, you can turn on the switch
one
down
lights up and one doesn't.
Exactly.
Oh, there it is.
How many of these have you sold?
I have sold approximately 12,000 of that item right there.
Where are you
this
selling
one?
them, Maury?
Currently, we are selling in a big box retail store, as well as online and in the Flight magazine.
What do you sell them for?
Sell those for $19.99. They cost $2, so we have about a 70% wholesale margin and 90% retail margin. Those are higher end. We're at about $35.99 and about right now a $9 cost because it's our first run, and we expect.
How much have you made on your 12,000 units?
Our gross sales have been $150,000.
In the last 12 months.
No, in the last 3 seasons.
Whoa.
This
Maury,
year,
baby, that's not a lot of sales.
oh well.
Bubala, come on, you
Wait
got
a
to step
minute,
up your
just
game.
Maury,
Oy vey,
Oy
come
vey,
on.
Let me tell you something. We've got massive potential, and let me tell you why.
First of all, the answer to existing sales is potential.
Oh no, this is real
Or
potential.
could it be, Maury, that there's a little market confusion going on here?
No.
But Maury, sales are poo-poo.
So here are the stats. A national survey was done that said that nearly 50% of all Jewish people in the United States have married somebody of another faith. So we feel that there is a target audience of probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 million to 1.5 million households for this one item. The retailer that we're in about 200, almost 200 stores.
Which retailer is it?
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Is that the only retailer you're in?
In brick and mortar, yes.
What percentage of sales are online and what are in retail?
I'd say 70% online, 20% in-flight magazine, and the rest was stores.
Maury, what are you going to use the money for?
Number one, new product design. We want to get our own website up and running so that we're not relying on sites and commissions and things like that. I need some fulfillment space because we started not being able to park 1 car in the garage. Now it's 2 cars in the garage.
You're doing this all from home?
Everything, 100%.
How much money have you put in?
About close to $130,000 of our own money.
Oh.
You know, Maury, one of the challenges about this, it's a seasonal business. I hate seasonality because, you know, you have one shot, you either make too much or make too little. It's always the same problem every year. That's
Mr.
never going to
Wonderful,
change with
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
And what's your answer?
My answer is number one, first and foremost, you're right. It is seasonal. But number two, you're making a deal with me, and I work 12 months out of the year.
Maury, there's another problem. When a family buys this, it's once. They don't need to buy it again. Subset of a subset of a subset market, seasonal purchase, one time in your life only. If you described hell on earth, that would be it.
No, I'm sorry, I have to disagree. In my heart, I know we got something special, and that is, and it may be a niche, but it's
small.
Well, let me tell you what a small is. Okay, so
I know what
I've
small
got,
is. Your sales.
Thank you. Well, hey, that's
numbers don't lie, my friend.
Well, let me explain what's coming. I've been invited into the largest mass market big box store, one of the two largest drugstore chains, the largest toy store chain, as well as one of the largest discount clothing chains.
Invited means to show it, or you have a purchase order?
Invited means to show it.
My friend, Maury, I'm out.
I understand.
You know, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually agree with Kevin. And I don't think you have a big enough market for this to become something really scalable and a huge business for you. And so for that reason, I'm out.
Lori, I'll be honest with you, I want to do business with you. And
Maury, she's out. So
I'm out.
all right.
Let me tell you this. You're working in a full-time job, and you're working basically out of your garage. The biggest challenge that I've ever experienced with all my Shark Tank companies has been getting out of the garage and getting into an office or whatever it may be and growing out of that home-based business.
Which is what I want. I don't expect you to run my business. What I want is your expertise behind, you know, marketing, social, search engine optimization.
Look, it's what you want, but you're not set up to do that right now, and so for that reason, I'm out.
I think you've done a good job here, but 3 years later, you're at $60,000.
But I haven't even broke brick and mortar yet.
For that reason, I'm out.
Okay. Damon.
You know, I did a deal with a rabbi. Rabbi Moshe. Soundbender.
Yep.
Are you going to make an offer in this? There's no way this is going to be a multi-million-dollar business, ever.
No.
Four sharks are out. Damon is Maury's last chance at getting a deal.
Are you going to make an offer in this? There's no way this is going to be a multi-million-dollar business, ever.
No.
I don't want Scrooge to interrupt my thought process there. Yeah, Christmas and Hanukkah are about faith, and
I'm
I
just
might
questioning your judgment, that's all.
I like there's product extension. If he has that, he may have some other stuff. You know what? I think I want to take a gamble on you. $50,000 for 35% is my offer.
35.
Wow. Maury, why are you even thinking about that?
I'm not looking for control. I'm just looking for a happy Christmas.
$35%. Can I ask, is it e-commerce that you can bring? Is it retail? I mean, what?
Maury, you don't want to have an oh no moment.
This is a licensing play, okay? And this is to do bulbs and socks and other things as well as the primary product. Now, Maury, do me a favor, just hopefully you'll make the right decision and not counter and do something crazy, because I really want to do the deal.
And your answer is, Maury?
My answer is, kiss me.
Yeah.
All right.
This is is for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do a little dance.
Hey, Damon, you look like a cute owl. That's scary.
Hi, honey. How are you?
We made a deal.
You made a deal?
Made a deal. It's a dream come true. This is a winning lottery ticket. This is unbelievable.
Honey, we're so proud of you.
Okay. Oh, hi, babies. To me, this is showing my kids how important it is not to give up.
Last season, Marine Rob Dyer pitched his energy drink Ruck Pack to the Sharks.
It's the world's first peak performance nutrition shot, designed and tested by Spec Ops forces.
150,000 from the two of us for 20%.
I'll take 150,000 for 20%.
All right. Congratulations, guys.
Let's see how Rob is doing now.
Business has really taken off since making a deal with Kevin and Robert. Before we came on the show, we had done $35,000 revenue the entire year. 10 months later, we're coming up on $500,000 in revenue. We're even sponsoring our very own Ruck Pack jet. What do you think?
Unbelievable.
You weren't kidding. It's the real thing. The Ruck Pack jet's going to be seen by millions of people. It's the #1 piece at every air show across America. So what's happening with the Walgreens order?
We're going to roll right into the entire chain, so almost 9,000 stores.
Okay.
That's a big deal.
We just signed a deal with Walgreens, and they're going to be putting us in over 8,600 stores nationally. This means a $4 million deal for Ruck Pack, and we're only going to continue to grow from there.
Well, let's fire this thing up.
Kevin and Robert have been amazing for Ruck Pack. Their help has gone way beyond just their checkbook. They help us out anytime we need, and you can tell that they really care about the company and about the team.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be an actual contender in the energy drink category, which is unheard of for a new guy, all because of the help that I've received from the Sharks.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Next into the tank are a model and a hairstylist from Beverly Hills with a way to enhance a woman's beauty.
Hi, I'm Rachel. And I'm Melissa, and we are the Cashmere Hair Girls of Beverly Hills. We are asking $45,000 for 15% stake of our company. Every woman has had to fake it a time or two, especially when it comes to beauty.
Not everyone is born with amazing hair, but with hair extensions, women can enhance their hair into the hair that they've always dreamed of.
As a professional hairstylist and extension expert in Beverly Hills, I know clip-in hair extensions are a great non-permanent option.
Sharks, this is a real deal, and there is nothing fake about it. And now I'm going to take it all off for you. As you can see, I'm going to unclip my hair from my head.
Oh, wow.
As you can see, they are tracks attached to clips.
I can't tell the difference.
And I have 2 clips on each side of my head, like that, and then 3 that go along the back. And this is the first one that goes along the back.
You got a whole Shetland pony in your head, huh?
It's all coming off.
It is all coming off. And as you can see, again, it is a big difference.
So it comes with the clips in it?
Yep. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to clip back in.
Is it real human hair?
It is 100% all Indian hair.
Can we see it? So there's people in India getting their hair cut, and they're sending you their hair.
We work through a manufacturer, and they're actually doing all the supplying.
They actually go out and collect the hair, put it together.
There's actually hair auctioners, and they collect different qualities of hair and suppliers. There's really low-grade hair. You could go up to very high quality hair.
My next question is, how much is it per extension?
The cost for us on average is $105. We retail these for $399.
How many pieces do you get for $399?
You get a full set of cashmere hair that is 7 tracks.
How do you know with certainty it's human hair? How? I mean, well, no, I'm serious.
No, really. You know, this is true.
It might be from the underbelly of a yak.
We have tested out about 20 suppliers, so we'll get their hair over to us as samples.
For each batch?
Yes. All cuticle intact is called Remy. We deal with a manufacturer and supplier that only deals with Remy hair.
In this calendar year, how much of this are you going to sell?
We have been in business for 6 months, and we have sold a total of $38,000.
But other people can buy from that same supplier, correct?
Anybody can.
Right.
I have 10 years as a professional hairstylist, as an extension expert, so I know what girls are looking for and what they want.
I've been a model for the last 10 years, and I've been wearing hair extensions myself for a really long time. I used to have to make my own. I would actually take apart other ones from other companies and sew them together so that they were full enough and thick enough.
There's
And
nothing worse. Nothing.
it takes a long time, and also I didn't want to have to wear a ton of metal clips on my head.
Let me ask you a question. Does it concern you? Let's talk guy meets girl. Guy looks at girl.
I don't even want to know where this is going to go.
I really like this girl. She has spectacular hair. Fantastic. A couple of days go by, the special evening arrives, and then you find out it's just all false advertising.
Well, isn't that what
do
a
we have
lot
a
of
problem
things
with
women
this?
do? You know, I mean, a little bit, we cheat a little bit.
Why not enhance something when someone could go from an 8 to a 10? Taking a pretty girl and even making her prettier.
So you've sold me, it's a great product. Okay, 38,000 in sales in 6 months. Great start.
Yep.
How do you now get all the women to know about it?
Number one is we really want to make instructional videos that are going to basically help sell the product for
Sell
us.
it where,
Because
Online.
Okay, but Rachel, how are people going to know you're out there to come to your website to watch the video?
Because we make our own beauty blogs. We utilize Instagram. Social media has taken a huge help for us.
Right,
we
but
know
the
it works,
challenge,
and
and
we're-
where Robert was trying to get to, the challenge isn't will you have a successful business.
Absolutely.
Right? You guys are there, right? You just got to keep on doing.
about, Mark? They got 38,000 in sales.
No.
Exactly.
They know
Because
what
every
they're
business
doing.
has to start
And
somewhere,
we're
right?
actually, we're planning on going into salons, and we want to have cashmere hair parties. We want to be able to bring the hair to you.
You haven't had one yet, have you?
Nope, but we are having one at the end of the
The
month.
challenge is, can you grow that enough to become a company that creates a return for an investor? You asked for $45,000.
Correct.
And the reality is, if you guys hustle and grind enough, you can generate that $45,000 given your margins with just $90,000 in sales or less. And so while I think this is a great business, I don't think this is a great business suited for an investor. And so for that reason, I'm out.
Oh, okay.
I think we could grow a lot faster, though, if we actually do have an investment.
So here's a question. When you look at yours, because there's tons of extensions out there, where do your prices compare to what's already out there?
Our price is more expensive than almost all of the other clip-in hair extension companies, but there's a good reason for it. A lot of clip-in hair extensions sell for half of our price, and it's because the quality is not good. You cannot buy that kind of hair for that cheap.
You've gone to the high end, or at least you claim that. You're telling me it's not yak hair. I'm going to believe you. But for an investor like me to look at this and say, how am I going to turn this into a multi-million-dollar business? I don't think I am. I don't see the strategy that gets me there. And for that reason, I'm out.
Okay.
Melissa, are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, because you seem like you're frustrated. You're melting a little bit.
I guess I stand behind this so strongly.
All right. The challenge with this is purely about marketing. And marketing is the black hole of a business. And
Well, I think even in the past 6 months, we've done pretty well ourselves.
you have,
getting
and
it
this
out
doesn't
there.
mean that you guys.
So if we had help from somebody like you,
You
it
don't
only
want
makes
help
it-
from me on hair. Trust me on that one.
Good point.
I would have to agree with Mark. I don't think that this is something that you need an investor at this time. And I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
There's one thing you said here today that I think is unique. I think doing these home parties, I think that if you focus on that.
I'm with Lori. I like the idea of the hair parties at salons and so on, but you haven't done it. Today, for me to invest in it, I wish there was more substance to the strategy, that's all.
Well, and I'm going to...
Look, I wish you the best of luck. I'm out.
Lori, we know that you can help us a lot.
I think that there are two products, right? Those that are revolutionary and those that are like other things out there. And when it's like other things already out there, you have to really try much harder to get yourself known and to beat the competition. I think it's going to be really hard for you to get ahead of that competition, so I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck, you guys.
Good luck, guys. You'll be
it's
fine.
a very nice product.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Great hair, great product.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good luck.
Well, she certainly believes in it.
Passionate, very passionate.
Very passionate.
They have nothing.
And
And I'll tell you what else. Where can I find a woman with real hair?
Hey, we're gonna be just fine, I promise. I think we came here wanting a deal and wanting everything that went along with it. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It is crushing and disappointment, but life goes on.
Next into the tank is a duo with a new take on a favorite Christmas staple.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Evan Mendelson.
And I'm Nick Morton.
Our company is Tipsy Elves, and our slogan is Not Your Mama's Christmas Sweater.
We are seeking a $100,000 investment for 5% of our company.
Before Tipsy Elves, Christmas sweaters were old, they smelled terrible, and you could only find them at your local thrift store.
Tipsy Elves recreates those Christmas sweaters of the past with fun, witty, high-quality Christmas sweaters that the whole family can enjoy. And they fit great, too. But don't take it from us, Sharks. See for yourselves. Welcome to the Tipsy Elves Fashion Show.
First, we have Greg. Greg is wearing our runaway sleigh sweater, where Santa's sleigh gets the best of him. He's also wearing our popular Christmas bomber hat.
Next up, we have Adri. She's wearing our elf sweater. She's also wearing our Believe fanny pack.
Next, we have Brad. Brad is wearing our popular Hanukkah sweater.
Next up, we have Nikki. Nikki's wearing our Bucktooth Rudolph sweater dress.
Oh, that's cute.
She's also wearing our reindeer animal hat.
Last but certainly not least, we have Andrew. Andrew's wearing our reindeer matchmaker jumpsuit, which is brand new this season. Zip it up and watch them kiss.
All right, Sharks, so you've seen a little bit of what we have to offer. Our beautiful models here are going to be handing out a sweater to each one of you that we've picked out, along with our bomber hat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The idea behind it was that there were a bunch of tipsy elves up in Santa's, making these sweaters. You guys look great. Now it's time to get down to business.
This stuff is hideous. Why don't you give us some sales numbers?
We started in 2011. 2012, our sales were $862,000.
Which gave us $1.35 million in sales in those 2 years.
Wow.
A little more than half of our orders came from Amazon. This year, we started dabbling in wholesale.
For example, one major retailer, Urban Outfitters, placed an order with us.
I own the ugliest sweater company in history, Coogee, one that Bill Cosby used to wear.
Ugly.
No, trust me, they're really ugly. And the challenge we have is the returns. So how much is each one cost to make?
$12, $11.40.
And what do you sell them for?
Sell them for $65.
Oh.
So, wow.
Wow.
What made you say one day, I'm going to make ugly Christmas sweaters?
Evan was a lawyer, and it wasn't a job that he wanted to pursue.
I had a background in SEO, so I started doing internet businesses, like mostly informational websites where I'd make money off ad revenue. I saw there was a high demand for Christmas sweaters based on search volume.
Why get into the wholesale retail side of it? Doesn't that just complicate things and increase your overhead? Once you take a wholesale account, you've got to support them, you've got to interact with them, you've got to make their buyers happy, you've got to talk about next season.
At our core, we're an e-commerce site.
Why risk it and go into a new area where you're uncertain and you've got guys like Damon who know the stuff inside and out competing with you?
To Mark's point, when you come over to our side, you're going to have to be able to take back inventory. You're going to have a warehouse the size of, 2 blocks. It's going to be a lot.
Sure.
Everybody's echoing the same thing. You shouldn't take this to retail, in my opinion.
We're pursuing the online strategy as much as we can.
Retail is the drug that everybody goes for. They look at that order and they say, wow, I got to fill that.
We have retailers coming to us, and it's just hard for us to turn it
Look,
down.
it sounds like what you guys are good at is SEO and selling online. But I'm getting the sense that you think that there's a ceiling there.
Yeah, we're pretty maxed out on SEO. 2011, we were #1 on ugly Christmas sweater, ugly Christmas sweaters.
Do you guys do this full time?
I quit last year to focus on this full time, and I was getting paid about $170,000 a year plus bonus, so it was a bit of a
So you
leap
wake
of
up one night, you've got a $170,000 job, you say, ugly Christmas sweaters.
I mean, I'm a risk-averse guy. It's a testament to me believing in this. Like, I really wouldn't walk away from a $170,000 job on a whim.
Okay, but we know the sweaters are ugly, but also the valuation is ugly. Why don't you try and defend why this is worth $2 million?
The reason our valuation is at that point is last year, we had $862,000 in sales. It would have, if we would have not run out, we would have had a little over $1 million.
Well, I'm looking at it saying you have to give a discount for the fact there's risk in the seasonality and the returns.
You know what? Don't ever listen to Kevin on that stuff. He's the worst at valuations.
I'm very good at it, actually.
Your problem is not valuation, right? If you're going to grow...
Really?
Yeah, because some of us know how to grow past evaluation. Some people look backwards, some of us look forward.
Why don't you give him a $4 million valuation?
But it doesn't matter. The valuation isn't the issue. It's where you can go. But the problem I have is that you really haven't explained how you're going to grow.
I know you guys hate when it sounds like people are, getting away from their core competency. It probably sounds like that, but it's really easily duplicating what's worked here. And from our point of view, we're maxing out everything we can possibly think of when it comes to the e-commerce.
And that's the problem. Trying to do everything is what scares me significantly. And so even though I think you've got a good business, a growing business, I'm out.
I think you're on a really good start, but there's other companies that do this. There's nothing unique. I'm out.
I'm going to make you an offer. Here's how it works. I'm going to give you the $100,000. I want $2 a sweater till I recapture my 100K. Then it drops to $1 a sweater in perpetuity.
What equity are you taking?
Zero equity.
And would you be involved in the business, or would you mostly just be treating it kind of as like a source of capital?
I work with all my entrepreneurs, and I do everything I can to optimize because our incentives are aligned. I'm about money.
So I'm actually shocked. Scrooge has made you guys an offer.
Do you like his offer?
I'd love to hear if there's any other offers on the table, but we're definitely interested.
So it's an interesting offer from Kevin. It's actually not that bad an offer. It's bad, but not that bad. I love the fact that you left a $175,000 a year job to do this, because that tells me you're all in, my friend. And I love that level of commitment to it. There's no going back for you.
No.
I don't have a problem with the retail. You know, I think when you start out, you try everything. So here's my offer to you. $100,000 for 10%.
Damon's being very quiet, so we'd also like to see it.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. What are you doing?
Robert, $100,000, 10% of the company. Kevin, $2 per
I'm not
sweater
greedy. I
until
don't
you get
need
your
it.
money back, till you get $100,000
Yes.
back, and then $1 in perpetuity.
Yes, that's correct, Damon. And you're going to do what?
You're the clothing man.
Yeah. Oh, this is hard.
Two sharks are out. Nick and Evan have two offers on the table from Robert and Kevin, but the clothing expert, Damon, is on the fence.
Oh, this is hard. I'm falling in love with the product and the guys. I still have inventory of ugly sweaters.
Exactly, that's the challenge, and you'll be selling those to me.
My challenge is exactly what Mark has been saying. This is very seasonal. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing what I cannot do. Online, SEO. You're going to go to these big guys. After they're full of you guys, they just let it go.
And we're not relying on their business. It's just adding.
Right, but if you're not relying on their business, then I can't be of service to you. You guys can go to 5 and 10 million without anybody.
But you can help add to what we're doing on the online side with your distribution channels. And
I can't add to that. You guys are already doing that. That's what Mark is
He's a
saying.
retail king, so if you're going
I'm
the
a
retail
king.
strategy.
I can make goods for you, but you're making the goods at the same price, so I'm out.
So you have two offers on the table. You basically have one from me that doesn't take any of your equity away. I give you $100,000, you pay me $2 a sweater until I get my capital back, and then $1 in perpetuity. Or you have an offer from Robert, which was $100,000 for 10% equity.
Evan, I'm just really investing in you guys. I think that you can build this up. I think the college market is going to go huge for you guys. I want to participate in the company. Kevin just wants to suck money right off the top.
You know, in the spirit of Christmas, I'm not stealing your equity like Robert is. There's a lump of coal over there.
Mr. Wonderful, we appreciate your offer, but Robert, we accept your offer.
Excellent, guys. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Good job. Very, very impressive.
Congratulations, guys.